for a song in a nocturnal symphony.
That's true. This is the radio debut
of this. Oh,
yes,
good.
This is a very privileged pre-release.
Excellent. We like those.
Yeah, absolutely.
When's your record coming out?
In the spring.
I like that. Soulful thing. I like that.
As I sleep in a deep reverie, like butterfly, eclipsing light tonight, effervescent streams, dancing dreams, all abiding moonbeams, on a magical flight, our bathing light.
San Diego's Jazz, 88.3 in the new jazz thing. Welcome tonight to the show, Gillian, Margot, and Geoffrey Keezer. Well, welcome to the new jazz thing.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Vince. Thanks
So,
for
as
having me
usual, it's great to have you back, Geoffrey and Gillian. Welcome to San Diego from Toronto, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Excellent. Okay, great. Well, then I just kind of introduced that, and I'm glad I didn't even say what the tune was. So there's some mystery behind this, but the mystery isn't that Geoffrey plays on that, but this is something that's pre-released from you, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
So you're coming into town. Geoffrey, want to give the folks the lowdown on the date on Wednesday?
Yeah, so we're playing Wednesday night at 8 o'clock at Dizzy's, which is everyone's favorite jazz venue and jet ski showroom in town.
Yeah.
I just love it. I love the
Favorite and only.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's probably the only one in the world of its kind, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fantastic.
And who's and we mentioned Peter Sprag, so Peter's
so
playing
it's
with
just
you.
gonna be the three of us,
Really?
just Peter and Gillian and I, and this is going to be kind of a maiden voyage, and just anytime that Peter and I play, for fans of ours out there, I mean, you know that we're always just kind of winging it and having a good time and having adventures. You
Right.
know? So we decided to rope Gillian in the fold this time. And
Yeah,
see
I
if
think
we
it'll be fun.
So, Gillian, is this a format that you're familiar with, playing with just piano and voice? Piano and guitar. I saw a duo with you two on the internet.
Yeah.
So that looks familiar. What about with the three?
Yeah, it's actually a format I'm fairly familiar with. I do like to, as much as I love drums, I do sometimes like to switch it up and do kind of a chamber feel with just bass and piano and voice, or guitar and piano and voice. So.
And so, what were we just listening to then when we opened up?
Well, we're just listening to a track called Black Butterfly. It's actually based on, it's originally a tune written by George Cable's, fantastic pianist, called Ebony Moonbeams. I wrote lyrics for it, so the lyric version is called Black Butterfly. And it's the title track from a new album that's going to be released with Hypnotic Records in the spring.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So, have you been to San Diego and visited and performed here before?
It's my first time performing. I have been here once before. I was here in the summer for a brief visit, so I got a sense of the much warmer weather, and it's a cool place.
So, Geoffrey, tell us how you met Gillian. How did this begin?
we were on. I was on tour with Chris Bodie's band, which is my sort of regular gig. And last year we were playing in Shanghai in the fall, and our bassist Richie Goods actually brought Gillian to a gig of ours, and we met there, and then we all kind of went after the gig to her gig. She was doing kind of a long-term gig in a jazz club over there, and we just sort of, it's like, wow, this would be fun to try something sometime. We should do some music. This is great. And then Richie's actually playing on the record you heard.
Yeah.
Along with Anthony Wanzi.
Anthony Wanzi on piano,
Wow.
and Kendrick Scott on drums. Yeah.
That's a good lineup
It's a good
for
lineup,
a debut
yeah.
release.
Yeah, and we've got a guest spot from Jeremy Pelt, trumpeter, who also is the producer of the album, and a guest spot from Freddie Bryant on guitar. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, Geoffrey, part of the gig on Wednesday is, as usual, the interaction, as you were talking, between you and Peter Sprag, and wanted to play something from your 2011 release, Mill Creek Road, which we had a chance to hear right here at Jazz 88.
That's right.
Back at Jazz Live San Diego. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with Peter and kind of how you met and what this means to be playing here in San Diego with him.
Absolutely. Well, Peter, I mean, of course, San Diego is home to many world-class musicians, jazz musicians, and Peter, is one of them, of course, and he's one of the first musicians that I kind of interfaced with when I moved here about 8 years ago. I heard him playing with Billy Childs at the Neurosciences Institute, and I went, well, I know if he can play Billy Childs music, he can play absolutely anything in the world. And, some months went by, and we just kind of hit it off and I started recording up at his studio. Besides being a great guitarist, he's also an excellent engineer and producer and surfer and just, great all-around guy and great hang. So, it's just been a really fruitful and fun musical relationship.
So tell us about Thessaloniki. It's a Peter Sprag composition. How did you guys approach it, or a story about it?
This is a band. This is with Duncan Moore on drums and Hamilton Price on bass, a bassist from LA who recently just joined the Army.
Hamilton Price joined the Army, really?
35 years old. He just got in under the wire. But
did he go in to play music?
He did, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he moved out to Maryland,
Wow.
and he's like in the Army now. Amazing.
He's a big
Really?
Person on that West Coast scene.
He is.
There's a lot in San Diego.
He needed to do something different.
Excellent.
But,
so, okay,
yeah.
Hamilton plays on this with Duncan, you, and Peter. Let's hear a little bit of it.
Let's listen.
Thessaloniki from Mill Creek Road on the New Jazz Thing, San Diego's Jazz 88.3.
When you send, like you hire a radio promoter and you send records out, and then you kind of get the reports back, like who's spinning your records and how many spins and all this stuff, and then sometimes you get a commentary, like in one station said 0 spins, and the comment was, this is like indulgent wanking. And I told Sprague, he's like, well, yeah, of course it is.
why wouldn't it be? That's great. That is great.
It's like fusion wanking. Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
So it makes it fun.
That's what we're
Something different. Something different. We succeeded.
That's a great answer.
Succeeded.
I gotta relearn this tune. We probably will play it tomorrow or Wednesday.
Relearn it.
What year was released?
This is a few years ago.
2011. All right.
Yeah. Peter played with Chick Corea like for a brief period in the 80s.
Fantastic.
Got that whole
Yeah.
vibe.
San Diego's Jazz 88.3 and Thessaloniki from the 2011 release from Geoffrey Keezer and Peter Sprag. Geoffrey, Keezer, and Gillian Margot join us tonight here on the New Jazz Thing. Welcome back to the New Jazz Thing.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much. Thank you.
So, Geoffrey, tell folks again the details about Wednesday night.
Okay, the details are we are playing, Peter Sprag and I and Gillian are playing a trio gig, a very rare kind of local appearance for me. I only really play here in town maybe once every year to 18 months or something. But,
I was thinking about that the other night, and
yeah.
that shouldn't be that strange, because I was thinking, how often does Prince play Minneapolis?
That's right. And,
Not very often.
and
You're
I'm-
that kind of
I'm
star,
easily as big as
Geoffrey.
Prince.
You are that big of a jazz star.
You should have
here
seen
in
me
San
on
Diego.
Saturday Night Live the other
There
night.
you go.
You were
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
You were
thanks.
bad. Super
Thank you
bad.
very much.
Actually, super
Thank
bad.
you. Thank you. No, but
Dizzy's.
Dizzy's. So we're playing Dizzy's. Everyone knows Dizzy's. And Wednesday night, 8 p.m. with myself and Peter Sprag and Gillian singing, and it should be really fun.
Excellent. So, Gillian, welcome back, and thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming down from Toronto. Did you
Yeah.
grow up in Toronto?
I did actually. I grew up just outside of Toronto. Love that city. Have spent a lot of time in the last few years touring everywhere else.
Nice.
But I still managed to keep going back to Toronto. I do like it. Good
And
place.
how did you get involved in music, and jazz music in particular?
Oh goodness. Well, I think I didn't really have a choice in my family. I was involved in music from when I was a kid, but I certainly was exposed to a huge cross section of music growing up, and my parents were very, very much into jazz. I had grandparents who were jazz musicians and that kind of thing.
Wow.
So it was just kind of
Legacy.
Yeah, it was just kind of I was force fed, and somehow after lots of classical piano, I ended up kind of going to jazz school,
Mm-hmm.
and I liked it.
Excellent.
Yeah, so
And then playing in this situation, in a trio situation, as we heard earlier, is an interesting and something you're familiar with doing. Have there been any models of this kind of thing that you grew up listening to, or?
oh goodness, I don't know about this kind of thing. I mean, certainly in jazz, there's quite a number of amazing influences. I like I listen to a lot of Carmen McRae, a lot of. Lena Horne, Shirley Horn,
Nice.
not the Horn sisters.
All the horns.
And Nina Simone, I really like. So, I mean, I think for me, you know, doing sort of a pared down chamber situation is fun sometimes because it's not so typical. It's not heard very often, and I like to maybe branch out and do dig in a little bit more than just, you know, singing lyrics sometimes. And
Excellent.
yeah.
Are you seeing anything else here while you're in San Diego, or is it a come in for the gig and leave, or?
Well, I'm hoping to see a little bit more. I'm hoping to see a little bit of this Gaslamp district.
Nice.
And, you know, Balboa Park, and, yeah, whatever I can. But, you know.
There's
whatever
jam
the
sessions
schedules
here
are.
in town too that
Cool.
will have people in.
I've heard of one or two. So
Do you ever go
perhaps we'll
sit in
check
at
them
any of the jam sessions, Jeffrey?
I'm a little nervous to sit in because those guys can really play, you
There
know.
you go.
But yeah.
Good answer. Really good answer.
Yeah, no, but I mean, Gilbert's got a great thing going
Yeah.
on, and by all means, if you come see our show, and go right over to Gilbert's after ours, you know, so you have a great evening of music.
Excellent. Exactly.
Maybe we will too.
Yeah,
There you
we'll
go.
probably end up
Whoa.
there. Yeah.
Woo, woo. That does sound like a good evening of jazz.
Yeah.
So we're going to close with another tune of yours, Gillian. Tell us about the tune we're going to end with.
Well, this one is a pop cover written by Mick Hucknall of Simply Red, Holding Back the Years, probably familiar to a certain generation.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably all we need to say about that.
Oh, excellent. And again, that's going to be featured on an upcoming
That's
album
right.
of yours?
Black Butterfly out of Hypnotic Records label in the spring.
And where can people connect up with you? You do blog, website, Facebook?
Yeah,
What do you
website,
do?
on
I know you do.
GillianMargot.com,
Yeah, great.
And on Facebook, and you know, things are on iTunes and Twitter.
Yeah, I saw some
I'm out
Twitter.
there.
I saw
Yeah.
some tweets.
Yeah.
And Geoffrey, you're all over that too. Geoffrey, tell people one more time, real quickly, the date, the cost, that.
Yes, Wednesday, November 5th, 8 p.m. Tickets are $20. We're at Dizzy's, at the, you know, jet ski showroom. Amazing venue. It's just,
Yeah.
it's just incredible. I love it.
It is. And I'll
Plenty
bet,
of parking. It's great. Yeah.
I'll bet you Prince doesn't like shill his shows like that. He doesn't have to do that, but you do it so well. Thank you so much
Well,
for.
you know, Prince and I go back a long way. Midwestern guys.
That's
you
right,
know.
Midwestern guys. Geoffrey, real quick, upcoming projects for you outside of this one. And
I'm currently producing another record with Denise Donatelli,
Mhm.
another vocalist. And
you guys had a great disc.
Yeah,
out.
this is
That
our,
was really-
our fourth
Wow.
one that we're working on.
Excellent.
Let's see what else. I'm still on the road with Chris Bodie. We're going to be playing the Blue Note in New York for 42 shows, something like 21 or 22 consecutive nights.
Really?
From December 15th through January 4th.
Wow.
So if you're out there for the holidays, stop by and see us.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, and where can people find out more about you?
GeoffreyKeezer.com, GeoffreyKeezer. My parents gave me some lovely hard consonants and vowels.
Excellent.
Yes.
And we have links to that out on our blog post for tonight at jazz88.org/blog. Thank you guys both for coming in, and good luck with the gig on Wednesday and with both of your projects.
Great,
so far.
thanks for having us.
You're listening to the New Jazz Thing on Jazz 88.3. Okay.
Great, Vince,
This up
thanks.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.